Bro, it's crazy. It's really fucking crazy that this is ending right now, man. It's been such an incredible adventure. Um, yeah, as far as my association with it, it's had its ups and downs. It's been brutally insane at times. It's been just wholly comical at others. It's just Toriko, man. It was something so fucking well crafted and unique, and it was such a fun, enjoyable adventure that it's sad to part ways with it right now. But before I read this chapter, I do want to say, first and foremost, a huge thank you and congratulations for Mitsutoshi for crafting this series in the first place. His many, many years of dedication and hard work and creativity, making something that was just so incredibly fun to read. And lastly, since I didn't do a video on it last week's chapter was real, dude. Last week's chapter, that shit with the emotions really overwhelmed me a little bit in that chapter. My boy Star at the wedding, dude, and Toriko finally getting married. The table of those that had moved on, Chiryu, Jiro, Froze, Akasha, and then seeing Mita approach the table and revert to his childhood self. Like, everything about it was just so well handled for me personally. The only qualm I have, because I loved going, down memory lane, so to speak, and kind of seeing, the culmination of our entire adventure, seeing everybody's reaction to tasting God. But the Four Heavenly Kings really didn't get too much shine in that chapter, so we better at least get a good farewell for them with this one. Because I'm trying to see Coco, man. I'm trying to see some Zebra and Sani. It's not. I mean, yes, at the end of the day, Toriko and Komatsu's journey is what we've truly been following this entire time. But I want them to get a little bit of shine near the end. You know what I'm saying? So, with that, let's get into the chapter. With this color page is awesome. With gratitude to all ingredients everywhere, thanks for the meal. Now then, where shall we head next? Don't easy like that, Mitsutoshi. Still yet unseen ingredients. Watch this man just... Yo, this is fucking Goto. Planted between mountains of shimmering, shining ingredients, Toriko and his appetizer. Dude, look at him just sitting there with the feast, parlaying with blue and white. Yo, that's fucking hype. That's fucking amazing. Are we gonna get a full-on, a few years after Toriko and Rin's wedding reception? Yeah, they got that end game time skip too. So this is the new fairy tale castle. It's right out of a storybook, dude. Otake coming through on his goals. An orphanage where children can eat God. You finally realized your dream, Take. Thank you, Koma. It's thanks to IGO and the Saisei organization giving their full cooperation and efforts on the selective breeding and artificial cultivation of God that this castle became reality. Wait, whoa, hold on. They've taken the helm in terms of just creating a steady supply of God. And how far we've actually come. Now we're getting tons of applicants rushing in to enroll, apart from just the children in need. Yo, whoa, hold on, Otake. You can't open that ship to everybody. It just needs to be for the orphans. I don't know what they think this is. I suppose that's the allure of being able to eat God here. Even adults are wanting to enroll. The children that leave this park are well known for continuing on their lives with strength and conviction in their hearts. Yes, and if they ever should stumble or lose their way, they can find their way back here anytime they like. Good man, dude. After all, warm food and the king of all ingredients will always lead you back to the world of fairy tales. I can't even say that's too hopeful. He's on point with that. By the way, how is Lime doing? He's teaching cooking at the Nakahame Culinary School. Apparently, students are rushing to enroll there as well, just to study under a teacher who has personally prepared and cooked God. I hope his hair doesn't go white again. And how about you, Koma? Still the same as always, traveling around with your partner as a legendary duo. I forgot. I had an appointment with Toriko, and it's almost time. I'd better get going. I'll see you later, Take. Geez, you sure are busy. Where are you off to this time, Koma? Just... Yo, let's go! Dude, Mitsutoshi, are you serious right now? Are you fucking serious right now? This man said to space. I don't actually like this though. I mean, it's kind of hype, but now I see what he's gonna do with this. He's gonna leave it on some open-ended shit, and we're never gonna get a continuation. Which is, you know how much more the man could have done with this verse. It's not right, man. It's not right. Look at Otake's face, fool. You know nothing of the greatness. Space. Well, be careful out there. This is fucking amazing. Gonna completely mirror that first encounter in chapter 1. That's amazing. It's fucking twisted like that. That's some dope bait. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta have that giant ass insect for bait. Toriko. Yo, you're late, Komatsu. Sorry about that. I got tied up chatting with Take over at his park. Man, it really is beautiful out today. Even the sun, before I'd even realized it, it had returned back to how it was before. It's so bright. My question is everything in order now? That's the real thing. Way too much distraction to just surmount. Speaking of that, I figured out the secret to the gourmet eclipse, Komatsu. Wait, hold on. Reveal it to me. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. A gigantic gourmet satellite invisible to our eyes was just covering up the sun like a giant lid over a pot. Are you serious right now? And why do they actually have it shaped like a lid? Yeah, I'm not even, it's Toriko, I'm not even questioning it. A gourmet satellite, what the heck is that? An artificial satellite created out of the gourmet matter. Apparently the Nitro had originally created. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, dude, if it was Idea or anybody else that had anything to do with this, I would have been salty. Apparently Nitro had originally created it for preparing planets for food. A cooking satellite, so then it's a gigantic cooking utensil. Yeah, I guess so. Jeez, the scale is so huge I can't even begin to imagine it. So then there could even be a frying pan to saute planets or a pot to simmer them in. There are... Yo, hold on. And look at Toriko's hair, man. No, this is fucking based. That shit is awesome. Realistically, yeah, it definitely was like I'd say at least 3-year time skip then. Looking like a boss. They actually exist. Where did you learn this from? Was it parlaying with your demons? Like I don't. I'd further back that all up. Long ago, there was apparently a folktale. Forktale. See, that's what I'm saying. It's Toriko, man. That's just how your mind goes. There's apparently a folktale about a giant demon king that would gnaw and chew on the sun. The fuck? Looking at all this, it may not have been fiction at all. What do you mean? The Gourmet Astronomy Research Team first observed gourmet energy immediately following the Gourmet Big Bang. And the reason I'm able to now detect electromagnetic waves I never was prior to Akashi's full course is because of that. But what's really shocking is what I saw in those waves. The image was like a family all gathered around a dinner table, all sharing a meal happily together. Dude, that shit is fucking amazing to witness, though. That crew, not even just metaphorically, you're telling me that they're on some ethereal force like shit, just dining in the outward parts of the galaxy. Shit's fucking based. What the heck is that supposed to mean? See, they once again, leave it to Mitsutoshi to up the scale tremendously in the final chapter, to the point where there's so much more you could fucking do with this, man. I'm just, I don't know. So giant beings are all surrounding a planet eating it? Not a planet. What they were sitting around was 10 light years in diameter. the Milky Way. Dude, this is fucking amazing. Just how huge were these creatures? Well, I had some questions about that too, so I asked the appetites inside of me. The appetites inside of you. And they told me all kinds of things. That once long ago, there was a world where all the various gourmet gods lived called the furthest lands. And due to the inflation of appetite, all their gourmet energy exploded all at once. That was the gourmet Big Bang of 13.7 billion years ago, dude. The furthest land. Look at this shit, dude. Oh my god. With such terrific force, that would expand the entire universe, all these ingredients were sent flying, scattered off throughout its vastness. And with them, one family of gods grabbed hold of the ingredients they wanted to protect. Those were the planet's full course. But that family was also separated and scattered from the force of the gourmet Big Bang. And over the long passage of time, as gourmet energy began to change the colors of their favorite ingredients, many universes began to form. And now you get the explanation for it, dude. For the blue universe and everything like that. Wait, hold on. And even still, those gods continue to protect their full course in each of the... Yo, this man can do some fucking DBZ super shit with the... Nah, I'm sorry. This scale is transcended in this last chapter. Which is what I... The space arc was finding of itself. But if you're going to separate... And then, damn well, too, as far as the various colors for each individual universe, at least for Toriko specific appetites, and I'd say specifically white, if nothing else, was the lord of that to some extent prior. So I want to see this whole shit. This, like, literally, you could go deep into each one of these and have like a whole saga. But that would inevitably make this series like probably hitting 1,000 chapters at that stage. Even if their favorite food should change, they hope to one day bring the full course back together to share with one another. Their family's colors. The father was black, the mother was white. The eldest, wait, hold on. The eldest son was red, the second son was green, and the third son was blue. That kind of reminds me of Akasha's family. I mean, it still translates back to the demons and their particular cells. Akasha's gourmet cells, Neo, was black. Ferocious appetite was white, I think. That appetite that felt like it could wrap up any and everything without a speck of dirt to defile its color. So then old man was red and Jiro was green. So does that mean Jiro was a devil? But if top of his hair was green, it would have been long ago before he'd gone gray. I guess that means Midora could have been blue. In fact, that all very well may be so. By the way, apparently that Buddha-looking G-thing inside of me... Wait, hold on. That Buddha-looking thing inside of me. Bro. I'm sorry, this is too much greatness. Do you think the first letters of all the full course that make up the word Pangea, do you think that could be the furthest lands where all those gods once lived? The gourmet energy that fragmented off from those once unbelievably giant, powerful gourmet gods. That is the true identity of gourmet luck. Yo, and finally a proper explanation for how ridiculously hacks gourmet luck is. That makes sense to me. I mean, I was always wondering about these ethereal beings. All right, then. I'm sorry. This is real. They might be leading us to that land, and from the effects of the full course Adam, I've been gradually becoming able to see more and more gourmet matter. In fact, now that I can see it clearly, space and the entire universe is a gourmet wonderland. Toriko, you've got a bite on your line. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? Is this a shellfish? Where have I seen this before? This can't be like what we saw in Area 6's Blue Grill. Oh, shit. Yeah, well, see, that's crazy. It's crazy to think about how much has happened to the point where I can't even remember full events of that arc clearly, aside from the Dawn Slime greatness. Yep, I think I'll name this little baby Minium Shell. Baby. The gourmet astronomist team have been selectively breeding these shellfish for use as spacecraft. Yo, are you serious? So that's what he's trying to use it for. So these things are going to be able to be space camping monsters. Yep, they're being raised and cultivated in this lake. All right, the only question is if they don't land in space and they use, I mean, it'll be fine using this as a camping monster, yes. I'm guessing he can just use a, form a back channel around himself. Fuck. If this shit breaks, I'm gonna rage. I guess he can just form a back channel around himself, if anything, though. I mean, in this lake. Alrighty then, it's about time we got going, Komatsu. We're going now already? Have you explained this all to Rin yet? That's what I'm saying, dude. Is Rin fine with this? If I told her I'm just going on a little hunt, bro, you're leaving the planet for who knows how long on some grand adventure. Beast, I'm sorry, I can't even doubt the man. It's a little hunt. This is space. We've no idea when we'll be coming back. That's what I'm saying. It'll be fine. Mini M shell can exceed the speed of light and travel by slipping into cracks and spit. What the fuck? In other words, it's a back channel. There you go. It'll be like reverse time deflation. After returning from a journey of a few years, only a few days would have passed on Earth. That's fucking amazing, though. But isn't anyone else coming with us, like Coco or Sunny? Or that's what I really need, though. Where the fuck are the rest of them? And what about Terry? Terry has returned to his pack. After the battle with Neo, the current 8 kings were all driven to step down and retire. Although their wounds have all healed away. You're telling me every single one of them recovered from that shit. I mean, I guess it makes sense after Toriko split up the verse inside of Kasha, but once a king has tasted defeat, he is from then on a king no longer. I respect that. In the gourmet world right now, there's a power struggle over who will become the next 8 kings. Terry is also, that's fucking hype. Dude, you know damn well Terry's going to make it. I don't care what anybody says. As a matter of fact, every single one of 4 Kings Beasts need to take that their respective place. It's a damn shame that Zebra never really wrapped around anything. Many beasts from the human world are even stepping up to try and become one of the next 8 kings. Oh, dude, this tastes bad. I'm sorry. There's no way you guys are making the cut, though. Like the Troll Kong or the Devil Orochi, and even the Regal Mammoth, they've all grown into fine beasts and become powerful. I don't care how strong they've gotten, dude. There's no way they're getting on that level of what the 8 King stands for. By the way, Komatsu, Coco and the others are already traveling on a journey. Wait, are you serious? They left already? Coco and Zebra are searching for the final piece of their full courses in space. We can't drag behind too much. Otherwise, Zebra will eat everything. That's fucking crazy, though. And he probably will, but... So we're not going to see them then. Unless this is an extended chapter. Come on, we're blasting off Komatsu. Someone once said that somewhere in this universe exists a place filled with sweet, sweet planets that look like This is too real, dude. Like, I would love to see this anime just to get the OG narrator in here. Because I used to love that each of its descriptions. It's a place filled with sweet, sweet planets that look like Shiratama Dango. They are called Shiratama planets. And in a crater on a giant planet elsewhere, bubbling sherbet flows out endlessly. And that there is a galaxy where cosmos mammoths are heard. Each one being the size of an entire sun. Yo, look at that shit. The creativity, man, of Mitsutoshi. Like, the amount of shit he could have done with this would have blown my mind entirely. And somewhere within a space pantry that only appetites may enter exists still unknown, unseen ingredients slumbering and waiting. And inside, new ingredients are constantly being born and raised. And every now and then, a gourmet god will slip in and sneak out with one of those ingredients. Dude, look at this look at that smile on the god's face, though. Once there was a gourmet paradise where all these gods lived. The furthest lands. Like, you know what I would give to see this shit? Their unimaginable wonders, or even like, yo, if it was just straight up like a short flashback arc to the beginnings and the origins, that would be fucking hype. Their unimaginable wondrous ingredients of the gods endlessly spilling out in overflow. The people of the world held these beliefs in their hearts and stomachs as they dreamed of one day eating them all. Look, Komatsu, Amiritashi Dango planet. It looks so good. Yo! This fucking galactic serpent making Mother Snake look like a fucking worm. Dude, this is fucked up. And you see this little bowl, it just consumes some sort of planet too. Nah, that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Something just appeared. What is that, Toriko? It's a space Daipon. All right, let's fight it. Yo, you're gonna go up against that? We're gonna fight this thing? As long as we're alive, our stomachs will hunt, so the adventure will never end. Thank you for enjoying Toriko for these 8.5 years. For more info on Jump Comics and my next work, please check the next page. Moe Takamasa Sensei's new series, Oregaraso. I'll probably be checking that out because I did hear a little bit about it, but bro, this is fucking amazing. This as a final page, just how fucking enchanting and enthralling and creative and immersive, and you know, I wouldn't even say it's over exaggerated. It's just so it's of a scale and a size with everything that it presents that it's just been for 8.5 years. Satoshi has been going in, and he did a phenomenal job. I don't really have, like, for me too, it's only been, and I don't want to linger too long because I want to read this One Piece chapter, I'm not gonna lie, but I started Toriko, it'll be 4 years exactly come December, because I remember I started Toriko 4 years ago during holiday break. So, and when I first got into the dude, like, it's just been an incredible ride, man. Even so much so that to see that homage to the first chapter in this, like, it really did kind of hit me a little bit with nostalgia. So let me know your thoughts on the series as a whole, on this final chapter. Like, Simon, I have to give it to Mitsutoshi because simultaneously providing a conclusion, like, you feel as though everything that the journey meant took us to this point, and it's left open in a broader scale than ever, with this message that the adventure can continue endlessly. Speaking to, you know, the people's hunger. Like, I'm just like, bro, that's fucking powerful. To rope me and to provide so many relevant revelations and clarify things in this chapter, you know, coupled with last week's chapter. And then on top of that, to just kind of hint at how much more and how much grander the scale could be. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely fucking incredible. So that's pretty much it, man. It's been amazing. Toriko will be dearly missed by me, and I'm sure many others. And I'm out. Peace.